Hello, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to um, give a presentation to explain about Otjiwaṋa Economic Foundation 2024 Revision Bootcamp for grade 12 and for grade 11 and 12 learners. Just to give a short profile of the bootcamp itself, the bootcamp, it will be a 16 weeks of intensive online study period. The bootcamp will start on the 1st of May and it will end on the 31st of August 2024. The price per learner for the entire bootcamp is 1,500 and registration starts on Friday, the 17th of May 2024. In case you're not on our WhatsApp group, we have a bootcamp parent group on WhatsApp. But in case if you're not on the WhatsApp group, please contact us on our WhatsApp at 081 2181 844, and then we'll just send you the link so that you can join the parent group where all the discussions and all the discussions is happening and the information is being shared. So now to continue, I just want to first, before we do anything else, I just want to explain how we are going to deliver the bootcamp. Like I said, it is going to be 16 weeks intensive online study period for grade 11 and 12 learners. And it will be delivered in what we call a flipped model. Now, to explain the flipped model, it means that before the learners come to the live tutoring sessions, they will have done a lot of work during that time. And then when they come to the tutoring sessions, they will have questions ready for the things they don't understand so that they can maximize the benefit of the bootcamp. And it will be what we call bite-sized revisions, so which means every time the activities are going to be rather small instead of big activities. So every day, a small activity, and it will be delivered in using the following. So first of all, we have experienced tutors, people who are knowledgeable, are subject matter expert, what we call people who knows the subject they are tutoring on. And the tutors will give live online revision sessions. So which means that when it is tutoring time or not tutoring time, when it is a live session, it means that session will have a fixed time. It will start at a certain time and to stop at a certain time, and we expect that all the learners taking that subject should be available and ready to be on the live sessions. All this will be communicated to the learners well in advance, so there's no need to worry, and we'll also send reminders before time. And also, what the other thing that the experienced tutors or our tutors are going to do is to give timely feedback. So when a learner when learners do activities, they will receive feedback on what they have done. So there will be discussions and marking for the activity so that they understand where they are doing well or where they need to improve. Also, the bootcamp will be delivered on our online learning hub, which we call Onongo Innate. This online learning hub is where we make resources available to learners. So our goal for this bootcamp is to make learning accessible to everyone. So having the Onongo Innate online learning hub means that we can make a material accessible to everyone, and that makes it efficient. And not only that, that also gives us a chance to integrate top tier or high level or good quality resources and concepts into what we are doing, so that we can empower the learner so that they can develop their knowledge and skills and also be effective at their revision. um, when the learner, when you, the parent, or when the learner is registered for the revision bootcamp, we will create an account for them on the Onongo Innate Learning Hub, and then send them the code to activate their account, and from there on they can go onto the Learning Hub and start doing the activities as they get assigned to them. Also, the bootcamp will be delivered through will be enhanced by what we call the academic enrichment program, just which is a way to make sure that the learners have the necessary study techniques and exam taking techniques, and so that they can work together to make sure that they are successful during the boot camp and also during their exams. So now, having said that, what subjects are we going to offer? We are going to offer 4 core subjects, and these are English and mathematics. And then we will ask the learner to choose 2 additional subjects to make it 4. Now, the learner will have a choice to choose from the following list: accounting, biology, chemistry, economics, physics. Now, the learner is not to choose all 5, they will only choose 2. Let's say, for example, the learner will decide, I want to choose I'm interested in the commerce field, or then I will choose English, mathematics, accounting, and economics. So those will be the 4 subjects. Or the other one will say, no, I want to do science. Then they can choose English, mathematics, and let's say biology and chemistry, or English and mathematics and chemistry and physics, or chemistry or physics and economics, or something like that. So it will always be 4 subjects for each learner. Although we'll have tutors in all the subjects listed here, each learner is only going to have 4 subjects. But having said that, we know that English and mathematics are universally recognized as foundational subjects that really form the basis of all fields of studies. Whether you want to go into commerce, whether you want to become a scientist, whether you want to become a nurse, the core subjects that are required, or the foundational subjects that are required, are always English and mathematics, and then you build your specialization on top of that. So all the learners in the bootcamp will be taking English and mathematics, and then on top of that, they will have 2 subjects of their choice. Also, what we are going to do, we are going to offer what we call office hours support for computer studies. This means that we are not going to give dedicated tutoring to computer studies. What we are going to do is we are going to allow the learner to come with their questions, with their assignments, with things that they don't understand in computer studies, and then we will refer them to the right resources for them to go and look up to do what they need to do in computer studies. Because when it comes to computing, there's a lot of resources online, and really, really good quality resources, and we know where to point the learners. So we don't want to spend tutoring time on that, but would rather give them the resources and show them where to find everything. But they are free. It is offered at no cost. They are free to come to the bootcamp administrators and ask for this information so that they can be helped. And on top of all this, so we said 4 subjects, office hour for computer studies. And on top of that, for those learners that are taking Otjiwaṋa first language, we are going to offer it. We're going to offer it as a subject that will be directly tutored and supported at no extra charge. So for those learners that are taking Otjiwaṋa, they will have 4 subjects, and they will also have support for computer studies, and they will also have Otjiwaṋa as an additional subject. So in the end, they will have 5 subjects. And why are we doing this? We want to promote and support literacy in our local languages. And this is why we thought that we should offer Otjiwaṋa at no extra charge. Now, why are we offering the subjects like this? Why are we not offering all the subjects that are for grade 11? Why only are we choosing 4 subjects and support and Otjiwaṋa and support for computer studies on Otjiwaṋa? We are doing this because we want to maximize the benefit of the bootcamp to the learner. We have limited time and we have a lot of material to cover. Remember that for the learner to come and write the grade 11 exam, they have gone through 2 years of schooling before they write the exam. So that is a lot of material to cover. And we want to maximize the time that we have, the limited time, which is only 3 months really, that we have in the bootcamp, to cover as much material as possible. Why do we do that? We understand that even with all these subjects, every learner will have subjects or would want to prioritize those subjects that align with their academic and career aspirations. So they would want to do very well in those subjects. So if a person wants to become a doctor, they would rather do well in maths and science and English, because then it gives them an opportunity to reach or to reach their goal. So that's why we want to do that. We don't want to spend time on a lot of subjects and then we will spread ourselves thinly, and we'll also spread the learners thinly, and then in the end we will not really achieve much. So we want to maximize the benefit of the bootcamp. We want to make sure that the learners of grade 11 must do well. They must get the marks they need to continue to grade 12. And we also want to make sure that the learners that are in grade 12 must achieve the highest possible marks so that they can get into the university of their choice. So that's why we have limited ourselves to 4 subjects plus Otjiwaṋa and plus the support for computer studies. Now I want to to come back to how we are going to deliver this bootcamp. So the bootcamp schedule will be organized in weekly periods. So not in a day, but in a week. We know that every week in this subject, this is what we want to achieve. In this subject, this is what we want to achieve. And like I said, we want to provide or facilitate the tutoring in bite-sized activities. So we don't want to overload the learners with too much activity every time. So every time, every day in the subject that they are doing, they will get small activities, bite-sized chunks to do. So whether that day is online tutoring, where they will have live sessions that will be bite-sized, or maybe that day the online tutoring, they will be doing pre-recorded, they will be going through pre-recorded material, maybe such as a video or quiz or an activity that they are doing online. It will be a small activity. And also if we give them an exercise, so let's say we start with a live session, and then after a live session we give them an exercise. It will be a small exercise. This will be done every week. So it doesn't mean that every week the schedule will look the same for each subject, but it will be a mix of these things. It will either be online tutoring, or it will be exercises, or they will be writing a test, or they will be doing quizzes. So it's not that every day will look the same. It might be a different activity depending on where they are with a subject at that point in time. So please take away that it will be organized on a weekly basis. It will be small activities at a time, and it will be either tutoring, exercise, or they will be taking a test, or they will be writing the mock exams. Those are the big ones. So at the beginning of July, we will have the first mock exam. And then at the end of July, we are going to have, at the end of August, at the end of the bootcamp. So beginning of July, so just to come back so that we don't confuse ourselves, we start at the beginning of June with the bootcamp. At the beginning of July, the learners will write their first mock exam. And at the end of August, before the bootcamp finishes, they will write their second mock exams. So in those weeks that they are writing mock exams, it will be mock exam week. And then all the any other time they will either be writing a test, or they'll be doing an exercise, or they'll be going through their live tutoring sessions, or they'll be going through their pre-recorded material sessions. Now, I want to come back to explain again the academic enrichment program, so that we just understand what it is. So the academic program is not teaching, is not a subject. It is an activity that will be weaved into the whole boot camp. So why are we doing this? We want to use the academic enrichment activities to further enhance student performance. What does this mean? So we will give them tips for revision techniques. How should you revise? Because understand that we are only going to give 4 subjects, but they also have other subjects to revise for. How do you revise for what you are doing now, and for the other subjects? How can you incorporate them in your time? And also, how do you develop good study habits? And also, how do you work together with the other learners? What we call peer-to-peer collaboration. Will be encouraging that very much. And we'll also be providing mentorship in things like what is your career aspiration? How can you use what you have now to further your career goals, and maximize their opportunities? And then we'll give them exam taking techniques. We'll teach them things like emotional awareness. There are things called soft skills. We want them to develop what we call the quiet confidence, so that they can be very calm when they are taking their exams, or when they are engaging in their revision. So with all that said, we want to ask that please, dear parents, please get involved in this program. Engage in our program, register your child, and help them excel in the upcoming grade 11 and 12. Community, traditional authorities, churches, please support the learners during this time as well. It's not only the parents. And we are asking you to provide support, to give things, to provide smartphones, to provide tablets or computers, to provide mobile data. If you have Wi-Fi in your house, give the code to the Wi-Fi, or the PIN or the password to the Wi-Fi to your neighbor's child who's in grade 12, so that they can have Wi-Fi to do the bootcamp, to study. We want to ask the learners to bring a study buddy. We want to ask the parents to talk to their friends and other community members who have children in grade 11 and 12, to also think of registering in the bootcamp, so that we can encourage the learners to study together, to work together, so that they can be successful. I want to come back to talk about Otjiwaṋa Economic Foundation, about us. Otjiwaṋa Economic Foundation is a registered organization And we have what we call the strategic focus areas, which are personal development, community development, and sustainable growth. And as you can see, education fits in very well as a project that can support these strategic focus areas. And also, if you want to learn more about Otjiwaṋa Economic Foundation, please visit this link, otjiwaṋacloud.netlify.app. You will find a lot more material about the foundation and what we do. Just to recap, to summarize, I want to say that from the 1st of June to the 31st of August, we are going to have Otjiwaṋa 2024 Revision Bootcamp for grade 11 and 12 learners. Registration starts on Friday, the 17th of May, 2024. You can contact us on WhatsApp at 081 2181844. And our bootcamp will be facilitated on our online learning hub, which we called Onongo Innate Learning Hub. And the URL for that is, you can find it at https://onongo.moodle.cloud.com. Okuneno kuhepa. Thank you very much.